lots of falling stars today.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes, lots going on in
Yeah.
the heavens.
So, yeah, high competition with this meeting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
At
John,
the
I see people are joining. Maybe I make a short introduction, and then maybe people will still join, and then you can take over with your introduction. Is that okay?
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good,
Sure.
perfect. So, everyone, thank you very much for joining us today, tonight, this morning for some of you, to this online session of meeting with the trainer of the upcoming IIT in Slovenia, which will be held from the 16th to 25th of October in a beautiful forest surrounding of Buhore, northeast in Slovenia. So it's a beautiful setting to have such an event where you can have some integration time in nature and of course relax and unwind after the IIT sessions. This IIT will be facilitated by 5 amazing trainers beside John Kinyon, who is with us today, also Roxy Manning, Sudha Shankar, Iris Bawidaman, and Jürgen Ingels. The topic of the IIT is social change, so many of the processes and many of the topics during the IIT will be offered surrounding this topic. And today we are together with John. I met John a few years ago, attending some of his really amazing trainings of mediation. I also did the Mediate Your Life program, and I have to say that for me it was I can really honestly say life changing. Just to go through some inner processes with the help of the mind maps that John introduced, and some other processes that go really deep. Sometimes I would like to work on the other, but it always comes to me. So it was really a good exploration. So thank you, John, for joining us today to introduce a little bit of what you will also present at the IIT. And today's session is 1 hour long. John's session will be approximately 40 minutes long, and then after that we can have some questions if you have for organization or logistics or anything concerning the organization of the IIT. Besides me, my name is Visna. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm one of the organizer of the IIT, besides Ina, who is also with us today for technical support. So thank you, Ina, for joining us as well. And Polona, and yeah, so this is our team. So not to take too much of your time, John, I will just give you the word.
Hmm. Okay. Thanks, Vesna. Hmm. Yeah, so grateful that Christina, Carol, Tina, and actually you're there twice, Vesna. It looks like you have two of you on the screen. But anyways, thank you, 3 of you, for being here for just for this time. And so let's see. I will start with well, just letting you know. So the topic I said I would cover today briefly, very briefly, is applying the framework that developed over close to 25 years now, actually. Originally for about 15 years with my colleague Ike Lassiter, and then the last number of years just sort of on my own, continuing to develop and evolve the work and combining nonviolent communication with a mediation framework, a 3-chair mediation framework, and mindfulness and trauma healing. And today I'll offer a bit on the applying that framework, that mediation three-chair framework, to internal conflict. So when we're in conflict with ourselves, yeah, I mean, there's a way you can, even if you're in conflict with somebody outside of you, but like how to work on it inside. That's one level. And then there's just really just working with the parts of ourself that are in conflict. So I'll focus on that inner work today, the inner application, and give you all a little taste of it. So I'd like to spend a fair amount of time just in some kind of demonstration, and then hearing your feedback and your questions and sharing. And so I'll share a couple slides just to give you some orientation, and then see if we can do some kind of demonstration, so you can experience it. And so you might want to think about if one of you is willing to use something from your life. I like working with real things, so that makes it sort of very interesting and connecting to work with what's real for people. And so if you feel the courage for that and the desire to work on something, but yeah, it could be an outer conflict that we work on internally, or just something really with yourself, where maybe you did something that you're judging yourself for. You're being self-critical, self-blaming, or just, yeah, feel any kind of inner guilt or anger with yourself or something like that. Or it could be some confusion about the future, or some sense of conflict around you maybe want to get to some goal, but you feel blocked inside towards that. You're not doing things that would take you there, or you feel stuck kind of moving towards what you want. Or maybe you're not sure what you want. Maybe there's different parts of you sort of wanting different things, and you don't have a kind of inner alignment of what you, or clarity of what direction you want to move in, or what choice to make, what decision. So yeah. So after I've shared some slides, I'll sort of come back and see if there's anything anyone wants to maybe work on, or just maybe just share, even if you don't want to use it for a demonstration, just to share something about a conflict that you're experiencing internally, and we can just kind of talk about it at least a little bit. How my approach, Mediate Your Life approach, would support whatever you're dealing with. And I like to think that, yeah, maybe I'll just use that to move into a screen share with you. So this map it's a metaphor really of the regions and territories of conflict, whether it could be like internal, like I've just been, or external, like having difficult moments or conversations with people. And then there's just like how to just really get grounded and centered in the first place in order to mediate our lives. And this up here at the top of the screen is that the three chairs of the Mediate Your Life framework, the three-chair model. And this really just represents any kind of conflict we could experience, where there's two sides. Maybe there's more than two, but we can at least have two sides. It could be between ourselves and another person, or between other people, or parts of ourself, as I talked about. Yeah. So just the two chairs representing the two sides of any kind of difficulty, really, that can be experienced as conflict. And then the third side, the third chair, that holds that basically empathy for both sides, and care, and kind of an unconditional positive regard for both and the needs and the well-being of both. So this three-chair model can be applied to any of these sort of regions or territories of how we human beings experience conflict. And that this three-chair model integrates the observation, feeling, need, request components of NVC. And so it's the way I think of it is in each of the chairs, there's these layers or levels that we can kind of flow through of our mind and what we observe and what's happening in our bodies and sensations and emotions, and then down into that layer of the universal, what we all want and care about if we go deep enough into our needs and deeper desires. And so that's sort of flowing vertically through those layers of our experience, and then this movement through the chairs, the perspectives of kind of a me or a sort of part of ourself, and then the other side or the other person, and then the third chair that I think of as kind of like a we perspective. So like a you, a me, a you, and a we perspective of the chair, the different chairs holding these different perspectives, and then these different levels of the experience that we're having. And then ultimately move from the third chair, really moving into what solutions can get created out of that kind of synthesis of the two sides that are in conflict, but they're holding something important. They're bringing different sides of what's important, right? And then how does that get integrated and synthesized into some new emergence, some new possibility? And that can kind of, you sort of really hold that and see that from the third chair perspective. So it's like a lot of metaphor of how we can kind of relate to conflict in this way, from the different aspects of it. And that I found that combination of this framework plus these the levels that come from nonviolent communication then produces this ability to resolve any kind of conflict, really, by just moving through the chairs, moving through a process. So I'll share one more image with you, actually, and then we'll go into. So here's the kind of the core. This is in the training. Really started with this process of, so the idea there's a structure of these three chairs, three perspectives, and then like a process is like steps to follow. So the idea of a map, and if we have a map to follow, and a map to kind of know where we are in the big picture, and then in whatever area of conflict we're in, if we have a map to follow, kind of navigate like a GPS system to be able to move through, to get to the other side, to get to where we want to go with the solutions and possibilities we want to be able to create. So these sort of 5 basic steps of in the mediator chair or role, being able to give empathy to one side, to, let's say, person A or side A, and then step 2 would be able to ask that first side what it wants from the other side. So a connection request, and then to be able to do the same thing on the other for the side B or person B, the empathy for that side and what that side would like from person A. And then the 5th step of solution requests and agreements. So that basic flow of empathy for one side and what that side would like from the other in terms of understanding, and then the empathy for the other side and what that wants from the first. So that sort of flow that way into what would lead to a solution in the end. So Yeah. And this can that those steps, that basic structure can be applied internally or externally. So let's see how we might apply that to, if at least one of you might like to do something with me. And we can set it up actually in a way that's like a 3-person practice, which is kind of fun. That um, so how 3 people can practice together, whether with internal or external situation. Uh, but does anybody have something that you at least want to share, a little, like a something in life that isn't flowing quite the way you'd like with yourself or another person, or is there isn't the connection, the ease, there's some tension or some difficulty with yourself or another. And does anybody got something like that you might want to work with me, or at least share about? I see a few more have joined. Welcome. Any curiosity of just if there's any kind of challenge? Yes, Christina.
I could share some inner conflict and then we will see how it goes.
Okay.
So, this is my like job situation. I work from home for myself and well, then for other people, but like I don't have a boss.
Mm.
And I have different types of jobs, and I always get into similar situations when I just lose interest in something, and I have like kind of responsibilities that I can just move for another month, for another year. So
Mm.
sometimes I do not finish some things. And now I'm in such situation that in one type of my job, I just like did some things but never finished. There are no
Mm-hmm.
real consequences. I still would like to finish those things, but like I decide, okay, I will do it this week, I will do it today, I will do
Mm.
it on January 1st, and now it's
Mm.
August,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
still nothing happens, and or I start doing but never finish. So on
Mm-hmm.
one hand, I have like a part in me that would love to finish that. It would feel so calm and so satisfied if I just do it.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, when I wake up, I always have better things to do. So I have different
Mm.
jobs to finish, and I have
Yeah.
like my family and whatever, washing up,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
going to the beach. So all
Important
the
things. Yeah.
pleasant and important things, and then I kind of like it is a little bit of suffering for me for those parts that would like to have fun and do important things to
Mm.
start working on those projects. It's,
Yes.
it's almost a physical pain. So of course
Yeah.
I choose to do something else.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So that sounds like that fits really well with
Mm,
the chairs. Yeah, as I would in my model. So one, it's sitting in one of those 2 chairs is maybe the part of you that wants to accomplish those certain things,
mm,
projects and tasks, and then in the other chair, you said the one that wants to do other things and doesn't want to do
mm,
those things.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's some inner conflict in you about that, yes?
It is not so like I calm it down, so it's not so tense. Like
Mm.
those parts, they know about each other, but there is no real agreement. So it
Yeah.
just, yeah, and yeah, it would be nice to solve. And I tried a few times, and sometimes it kind of moves and then it stops. So yeah, probably
Yeah.
there is no, I don't know, real understanding, or there are so many. Like it can be that it's not 2 parts on 2 chairs. It can be like groups of parts on two
Mm-hmm.
chairs.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Seems like you have a fair amount of awareness about this, so that's
I do. I
appreciate
did
that.
some work with that, and
Yeah,
so it's not really. I worked today and yesterday, so on those projects, but I'm not sure if I will do it tomorrow.
right,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. Maybe
Mm.
we'll work with that if you want to. Let's just see if anybody else also wanted to share um something, a situation. Uh, no, or wondering how this framework might apply to something that you're not sure how it would apply. No? But we could also just, given how time will go very quickly, we could just do Christina yours for a little bit if you'd like. Just would you like to try it out a little bit?
Of
Since
course, yeah,
yeah, okay,
sure.
okay. And it might be interesting to do it with three of us working together. If you're Are you open to that? Just to try that, see how that might,
Hmm.
if we can get another person. So if you were to pick one part of you for the to start, which would you pick to kind of embody first, to kind of speak from first?
Hmm. Um, I think the one that is trying to work. I hear that part less frequently.
So the one that wants to get that work done and do those
Yes,
projects, kind of
to
not
finish.
to actually finish those things and
Mhm.
do those things. Okay. So would anybody else like to play the part of Christina that wants to do other things, to have fun, to play, to just do other things that aren't those projects? Anybody want to play that role and kind of help us do the mediation? And we don't need it. We can do it just the two of us. But if anyone wants to be part of it, you could.
I'm
It can
happy
be
to volunteer if no one else wants to.
David. Great. Okay, David. Wonderful. Um, yeah, all right. And so, Christina, let's also what I like to do is the idea that we can really be all three roles, and what it when you're to find the part of you that's also the third chair. So I'll be sort of in that role, kind of
Mhm.
supporting, but the idea that that third chair is in all of us. And if you'd like to just take a moment to just try to tune into that part of you as well. And so I like to use meditation and mindfulness to sort of connect to that third chair place. And
Mhm.
so if you'd like to just bring attention to your breath for a moment and just be
Sure. Mhm.
aware of your breathing, and sort of aware of this part of you that you're gonna speak from. And but the idea that you can be in this place that is just very warm and empathic and loving, and just very kind of relaxed in your nervous system. Like there could be that part of you as well as the one that is just this wants to get this work done. So if you focus on your breath and just feel into your heart and your body, and just kind of connecting to the to that place of um, kind of empathy and care and warmth. Okay, so yeah, let's just, given we don't have too much time, let me can Ina or Vesna make me co-host so I can put us into spotlight?
No. But I can spotlight you because we don't have that option.
Oh, okay. If you could spotlight the three of us then, and so that
Okay.
I'm like on the bottom.
Christina? No. So you need to be the last one?
Yeah, if you actually
Yeah.
unpin me and then do it
Uh-huh.
again, it'll bring me down to the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. All right. So, how about we just go right into it with Chris? So, this part of Christina you're going to play. What's maybe one thing that this part of you really wants to be understood about Christina? What would if this part of you speaks, what does it really want understanding for? What's going on for this one?
Wants to say that, like it says, I am important and you abandoned me.
Mm. So there's a sense of being abandoned somehow, like in say more about the abandonment.
Like it's so important to finish those things.
Mm.
And I never get a chance to do it because you say there are other important things, but my things are really important. So why don't you pay attention? Um, there's also like care. Um, like you don't you care about my need to finish and
Mm.
to be like there are lots of people who would be well, they are waiting for those things.
Mm.
They know that we have to finish that. And of course, they don't say anything if we don't finish, but we should.
Mm.
I'm sorry I'm
Mm.
talking in this way, but that's how the
No,
heart
no,
talks,
that's perfect. That's how
So,
the parts of us talk.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
So
just try to get in this
yeah.
role.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. So let me see if I'm understanding that
Mm,
this part of you is just really like cares a lot about other people that are connected to these projects and just the it feel like wanting to matter, wanting to really be cared about for how these projects are mattering. Yeah, so you want to matter and other people matter that are part of this and
mhm,
to feel there's that care for this for and
mhm.
can you say what if these projects get done what would that bring you what is important about doing these things.
I would finally relax.
Ah,
We will have money,
mm,
quite some, quite some
mm,
money.
okay, and then that would give relaxation and some like feeling secure or feeling at
Mhm.
ease like that.
Like I don't care about money much, but like finishing those things would calm me very much. I would not have to think all the time we didn't finish.
Ah,
Uh, I won't have to think that we are bad. Like,
ah,
yeah.
so there's the judgment of being judged as being bad for not finishing
Hmm.
and wanting to feel like
And
mm,
I'm not guilty about that. That's you
mm, mm.
who is guilty about
Yeah.
that. You are not doing this. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I
But
do
the
my best. I try. It's very difficult sometimes, but I don't have a chance.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but you really want to get these things done. And it's And if you do get them done, then you'll feel some like relaxation, some peace, like
Mhm.
some you'll
Yeah.
have completed something you said you were going to do, and it'll just you can really feel relaxed about that. Is
Yeah.
that one of the main reasons you want so much to do it? So you can just feel that relaxation of having done.
Yes. To finish things, and also I sense that like there are concrete people who are related to those projects, so
Mhm.
I really care about them. So I would like
Yeah,
that they get what I have promised
yeah,
to
yeah,
deliver.
yeah. Okay, okay. So caring for the
It's really
promises to
about
others.
like, oh, yeah, finishing all those ends. So those that connect me to those people, then I am free
Mm.
afterwards. And
Mm.
finishing the jobs, then I am free to do something else.
Okay, so being free and
Hmm.
having kind of that care and integrity of uh, following through for others and
Hmm.
some financial well-being in there
That would be fun,
a little
yes.
bit. Okay,
Mhm.
but it's more about the care for others and kind of your integrity with that and
Mhm.
just relaxed about completing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So how do you feel in your body with this part when you're speaking for this part? What happens in what's in your body around it?
Um, I when I speak it out and when I hear those things from you, like I sense the relaxation, like in the heart area.
Mm,
Like I feel understood in a way, and that
mm,
like I sense it in my body.
mm, mm. Okay, so there's some
Mm.
relaxation being heard and understood. And
Mm.
when you see these needs not met, is there is it like a frustration, a kind of anger about it, or is it
Mm.
more, yeah,
There
yeah.
is anger, so
Mm,
towards the other parts that don't
mm.
really let me do that.
Okay, okay. And where does the anger show up? Is it like in your chest or your belly, or where is it?
It's more like anger goes like this. It's
Goes out.
directional. Yes, and
Okay,
it goes from here. It's like I'm angry. And
okay,
it's
yeah,
also bitterness. So because
yeah.
like I didn't have a chance to do it for a long time,
Mm,
I get tired and frustrated and bitter in a way. Like
mm,
I always try and try tiny things I say and tiny things I try to do, and then I always get like hushed that no. So I get
mm,
angry and bitter.
Okay, okay. So how about we check in with the other part of you where there's some conflict with you and this part. Can we give a name to the part of you that's speaking or speaking for? What would be a good name to call you?
The other part or me?
This, the you that's been speaking.
Uh,
What's a good name for that part of you?
hmm. There is something like devotion and dedication that comes to my mind. So
Okay,
I don't know how
devotion and
to, yeah,
okay, so
like
devotion and
dedication,
dedication.
maybe, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk to the one who David's going to play. Um, that is, there's some conflict with devotion and dedication. Yeah. And can we just, since we don't have much time, can we just hear a little bit from this part, uh, this other part of you? And is that okay? Dedication, devotion, just to kind of give some space for that part
Mhm.
to be heard, even though you feel some anger towards it. Some,
Mhm.
yeah.
I always have to listen to it.
Oh, you have to. Well, are you
But
willing to?
I am interested actually
Hmm,
now, like
hmm.
because like I sense this relaxation, so I'm open to know what to find out why.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So David, if you'd like to play, however it comes to you, to play this other side of Christina that is in conflict with dedication and devotion, and what what does this other part of Christina want to say?
Well, I'm tired of being judged.
Hmm.
I I just want us to go and relax and go outside and enjoy the sun. And like, I already know that I'm a good girl. I don't need to
Hmm.
finish this to have other people see it. So let's go and enjoy.
Hmm.
Just wish you could see
Hmm.
that too.
So you don't want to be judged for not doing these projects. You and you really, sounds like you really want to enjoy life. Like there's things in life that are so important to enjoy, and and you really want the freedom to do that. Is that right?
Yeah, I don't want to be judged when I just give my opinion that let's have a break. We've been
Mm,
working hard. We don't have to work 18 hours a day. We know
mm,
that we're already good. And when I get that idea, I don't want to be snipped at.
yeah.
I just want to be listened to and say, like, yeah, we need that. That's a great idea.
So really the need to do things that are fun and relaxing, or just kind of not just working on certain things, that you, when you want to break, you want that to be okay, to have
I want it to
breaks.
be okay. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sounds like maybe you don't like if there's a demand, like you have to, you should, you must do this. Like you're the part of Christina that wants to just not get caught up in demands and have tos and shoulds, and wanting to really honor when you want to do something different and have joy. Is that right?
Yeah. When I suggest it's time to take a break and have some fun, I don't want to be screamed at. I don't want to be
Mm,
criticized. I want to
mm,
be seen as I'm trying to take care of myself.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just really want to be seen for like the goodness of what you're offering, of other needs besides just getting these certain things done.
Yeah, that part is hurting us.
Mm,
And I see
okay.
that.
Mm. And how do you feel inside? Like what in your body, like in the body, what sensations, emotions do you notice there from this other side of Christina?
I feel tired. I feel
Mm,
tired of just wanting and trying to be seen and talking and just wanting to give up.
mm. So tired, really tired, almost like exhausted, and yeah. And where do you feel that? Where do you feel it in the body?
Feel it in my eyes, feel it in my heart,
Okay.
feel it in my hands.
Yeah. Yeah. So would you say then those feelings are connected to like these core needs of choice and joy and acceptance, or like being seen? What are the key words that really resonate for you, what you want?
The first is appreciation, that I
Appreciation.
have these great ideas that can just fix us and help us. And when I bring
Mm,
them out, they just get swatted away. And it's like,
mm,
why? Like, I'm only trying to help us. And I get treated like this bad girl.
mm. Okay, so appreciation for these ideas of other things to do that can be really enriching and fulfilling and joyful and restful. Yes.
And then
Uh,
understanding to see and understand why we need this.
mm, mm, mm. Okay. Okay. So, and what is there a good name for this other side of Christina? What would you call yourself?
Bethany.
Bethany. Okay. So, Bethany, is there something you would like from dedication and devotion, just to feel like understood, to feel more like connected with each other. Is there anything you would like from the other in this moment? Would you like to know if you've been heard or how the other one feels about what you've said, or both? Or what would you like, Bethany, from dedication and devotion in terms of being understood?
You're asking Christina and
Yeah,
not
asking you, yeah, the character you're playing, decide what you'd like from the first chair. So, what second chair wants from first chair in terms of some kind of connection to what you've said?
so for me, what I want,
Mm-hmm.
um,
From the first voice.
what I want is when I come in to talk to you, just be willing to hear me. You don't need to automatically do it. I just don't want you to kick me out. I just want you to take a moment and listen and recognize what I'm saying.
So, how about right now? Would you like that even now, just to be know if you're being heard?
I love that.
Okay, well, let's go to dedication and devotion and just see if you're open to saying what you heard, even if you have other ways of seeing things and you want to be heard also. But do you have some willingness to just kind of say what you heard from this second chair voice?
Sure.
Hmm.
What I heard, what you said, um, that enjoying life is very important for you, and we have worked a lot already, and now it's time to rest. You do not want to be subjected to demands, and would like to enjoy like choice and rest and experience joy in life.
Hmm.
You don't want to be judged and would
Hmm.
love acceptance
Hmm.
when you express what you desire.
Hmm. Hmm.
And maybe there is, I'm not sure about that, but what I also heard that what you said, why do we need this? And maybe there you need a clarity about
Hmm.
why I am
Hmm.
interested in doing that, what I want to do.
Hmm.
I'm not sure
Hmm.
if I understood it correctly, but I heard this question, why we need this.
Hmm. Okay. Um, so second chair, do you feel heard by that?
Yeah, that felt good. I noticed I had some fear,
Hmm.
expecting there to be this but the whole time. But I know that that's my own pain that I'm working on. But I really
Hmm.
appreciate you taking the time to say back what I said,
Mm.
Hmm.
to show me that you've heard me.
Hmm. And so, and dedication, devotion, how is it for you to hear that? And is any last before we kind of close for this moment? Is there anything else you want to say about how it is for you or how you are right now?
It brought some clarity, especially the sentence that we worked a lot already. So I really get it that years and years of overworking is enough.
Hmm.
And when like I do that, it looks like that, like overworking. So
Hmm.
I don't do it to the last drop of blood. So, to the exhaustion, serious exhaustion.
That does happen for you, huh?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like, as this part, I have a tendency not not to be able to stop.
Yeah.
So this brought some clarity. And I
Uh-huh.
get why my whole system is says, no, we just don't do it.
Don't
Just
do it.
forget
Don't
it.
get started on that. Yeah.
Don't even get started. Yes.
You get stuck there forever. Yeah.
Yeah. So this stuckness and yeah, in that sense, freedom and choice kind of just disappears from the system.
Yeah.
Like all the
Yeah.
system doesn't see how to stop me,
Yeah.
and this the other parts don't have choice and freedom. They
Yeah.
just have to follow. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So maybe last thing is just maybe imagine yourself in my place, kind of
Mhm.
seeing both parts of you and just, yeah, what it like just to feel it for a moment, to hold both, the one that really wants to be devoted and get things done and but the part that just wants that choice and balance and rest and just kind of holding. And there's something about getting it done, right? That feels so intensely important to, right? So the whatever, maybe there's more we didn't even get to, but to hold both sides of you with a kind
Mhm.
of equal care, equal empathy and care for both parts of you and how they could maybe work together somehow if if it stayed with the process. Yeah. Can you feel that a little bit? Just that place of holding both sides? Yeah.
Sure. I guess there is some willingness to talk about it inside.
Mm, mm. Okay.
Like, in my case, this devotion part
Mm.
gets really suppressed by the others, but it is because those others are afraid of being suppressed, and there
Right.
is this dance of yeah, not
Yeah.
about winning, but who will get resources. So
Right. Right.
it's not really fight inside, just it's slightly everything shifts either here or there, and
Yeah.
the others got forgotten. So there's
Yeah.
this domination, not in bad sense, but
Yeah. Sort of
the,
one either takes over or
Mhm.
the other, but they're not just kind of really working together in a kind of
Yeah.
equal way at the time, right? In a connected way.
Yes, exactly.
Like
So they are not
one,
in
they
war,
kind of,
but not in cooperation either.
yeah, yeah. So you have a sense of there maybe could be a cooperation
Mm,
between the two that's in that feels better and
yeah.
maybe okay. Well, thank you so much, Christina. This
Mm,
was wonderful. I really
thank
enjoyed
you.
getting connected to both parts of you and
Mm.
how you were able to work with that. Yeah. So thank you so
Thanks.
much.
And
Yeah, and
thanks, yeah. And thanks to
thank you,
David.
David.
That was really
Yeah.
helpful. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, David. All right, well let's go back to the main rooms. Just give us some time and to connect with everybody. And yeah, I don't know how much time Inna and Vesna organizer needs
But
for the end here.
we still have some 10 minutes, so I think we can go ahead with a few questions, and then we also, if there are some questions on the organization, we can just merge them together as you wish.
Okay, but yeah, I'm curious if anybody else who was observing wants to say if yeah something about Christina's work touched you in some way, meaningful to you, or yeah some gained something that supported you by the process we just did, or a question that came up, kind of a curiosity. Anybody, something to share about this kind of mediating inside the process or this particular situation or anything. Well, how about we go? I was wanting to check in a little more with David. So if no one else has anything to say at the moment, I hope others want to say something. But let's just, David, since I appreciate you so much for stepping in and doing that with us, helped to, gave us an ability to do the demonstration the way we did and what you brought to it. Anything you want to say? Just what you noticed being in that role and being in the process and in the three chairs. How was it for you?
Well, my first experience was not sure how to play the role, having different questions, but deciding to just go with it and receive advice or be told to behave otherwise as I went through it. I also recognize that a lot of it was, my guess and just going with my intuition.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And as you kind of channeled whatever came in through you to speak, right? And you were kind of searching for that and allowed that to flow through you. Anything you noticed about like listening to the first part from that and then actually getting that empathy yourself and then getting the response towards the end. Just did anything shift or change or happen for you in your character that you play?
I didn't notice a shift. Part of it is, the roles was really a role. It wasn't alive in me. But
Mm,
what was real was just curiosity and understanding,
mm,
wanting to explore the ideas about the self-labeling, where that comes
mhm,
from, and
mm,
going into that, have some back and forth and into the root of that. Acceptance and appreciation on the my other self side.
mhm, mhm, mm. Okay. Well, thank you so much again, David. I'm grateful we got to do that, the three of us. So, anybody else, a comment, question before we go to the organizers?
Maybe, John, you can also tell a little bit more how this is done at the IIT, like you perform like individual processes, group processes, mediations. So that's, I guess some people have not been at the IIT yet, and maybe they would like to have a picture.
Hmm. Yeah, so the structure of the IIT is that there are two main times of the day where different trainers offer different things, and you have choice about what session you go to with what trainer. So there's usually at least three choices of different trainers offering things, and two times a day, and once in the morning, once in the afternoon. Um, and so what I'll be, offering is things like this, where different applications of this framework to different kinds of conflicts, uh, whether there's like we did today, kind of there's different versions of internal conflict, and then there's different ways of working with external and how to mediate between other people, and then how to kind of mediate your own conflicts and situations, sort of how to be in both the first chair and the third chair at the same time in your own life, but also how to be a support to other people. So I'll be just demonstrating different versions of that in the different sessions as we go through the days of the IIT. And but yeah, other trainers are offering things from their work, and it's just a chance to sort of get lots of different uh, inputs from different trainers on how we integrate NVC into our work. And but yeah, I'll be just in a lot of different ways giving this how do you find the third chair, the third side that can offer this ability to have empathy for both sides and find a solution from that place. So Vesna, how's that?
And there was also a question in the chat about the conflicts in teams. Is this something that can also be addressed with this method?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a way to mediate between uh more than just two people. So I can share that if yeah, there's a lot in my work to offer. So depending on what people request in the different sessions, yeah, that is definitely something I can demonstrate or talk about how to how I do mediation with teams and groups. Yeah. Mhm. Anything else from anybody? Maybe, yeah, we just have a couple more minutes. Does anything else about the IIT that the two of you organizers want to talk about?
Well, if there are no questions, then I would just like to really kindly invite you to register if you're interested, make the pre-registration, and then get in touch with the organizers if you have some questions. We're still gathering the participants and applications. There is a special discount also for the regional countries besides Slovenia, Croatia, Macedonia, Kosovo, North Macedonia, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina. So I see that some people are from Slovenia. If you're interested, check the CNVC site for this special discount. And definitely, if you have some questions, please let us know. We are there to help with either logistics or the application itself. And yeah, you saw today how transformative these processes can be. And in the 9 days to live in this kind of community, I would say even utopia, it's really a transformative thing for yourself, for your inner being, and for the community itself. So, yeah, maybe some last words from you, John.
I just want to thank Christina again. I just so grateful we got to be with something very real and has a lot of significance in your life, and you were willing to share that with us. And to me, it's just a real like blessing and honor, really, to be that you shared yourself with us that way, and we got to work with something like that. So just thank you again,
My
Christina.
pleasure. Thank you.
Hmm.
Um,
So, thank you, everyone. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ina, for the technical support. And I hope to see you in Puchore, in Slovenia.
Bye bye.
Bye
Take
bye.
care, everyone. Bye.
bye.